Okay, what you're seeing here is a rear differential to the rear axle, which has been sandblasted, and as well as the front axle, which was sandblasted the other day. They're sitting here on this dolly, ready to move in to be painted. And next to that is the stock roll cage that came out of the vehicle. That has been sandblasted as well. There's a lot of sandblasting going on with this project to clean up all the semi-rusted parts, and we're getting them into paint. Behind me, also leaning up against the door, or should I say the spray booth, are the other parts of the roll cage, as well as a front bumper. This is a donor front bumper. The original front bumper was pretty well bent up, so we have taken a stock front bumper that's in really excellent condition, that was black, and we sandblasted it, and we'll be installing it back on the vehicle. It'll look brand new by the time we're done, and it's halfway there at this point. Also sitting in the spray booth, I'll open the door and we'll walk into the spray booth and we'll see a number of parts that have been painted in black and have been sandblasted. These parts will be just packaged up in bins and whatnot and installed in the vehicle later, but they have all been sandblasted and again are really in great shape, because the truck was, there are parts of it that were pretty pathetic, but other parts of it have held up well over the years. So these are just various and a sundry of parts. For example, that's one of our seat brackets, because the seat bracket on the original was pretty well rusted there, so we're using our aftermarket seat bracket. This part is no longer available by Toyota. However, we do manufacture it. And so that's what you're seeing there. That's the left-hand seat bracket to the front driver's seat. And that right there is, say, a bracket that runs the jack, or holds the jack. Other components that you're seeing, e-brake component. These are pedals for the clutch and the brake. That right there is the original license plate bracket for the rear, which will go on the tailgate, as well as the front, original front. And again, you just don't see these every day, especially with this. They redesigned these. This is a 73. They redesigned that probably starting in the mid-70s, and it doesn't quite look like that, nor is this available. So that's a pretty unique piece. This right here is where the jack mounts underneath the driver's seat. This has been sandblasted and painted. And this is the prop rod. This tall, thin thing is the prop rod for the radiator or support rod, as well as this small one. Supports the radiator housing. This is an e-brake lever. This right here is a rod that goes in, holds up the holds up the hood. That's been sandblasted and painted. And these are the splash shields that go for the rear tail lights. So there's a number of parts that have been placed into paint as well back here. Heater box, other touches for the heater unit have been taken out and painted. We saw the headlight buckets the other day in a brownish grayish color. These are black. So the number of parts that have been painted as well. So there's been a litany of small things done, and they're here in the spray booth. We'll package them up and then take them out like Christmas and install them when we get to that point.